Knight f3. Knight f6. e4. Knight takes e4. Knight c3. d5. d4. e6. Knight takes e4. d takes e4. Knight e5.
Dodgy line here.
Bishop d6. Bishop e3.
That's the way you do it. Money for nothing and your chicks for free. We got to install microwave ovens, custom kitchen delivery. Got to move these refrigerators. We got to move these color TVs.
Bishop takes e5. D takes e5. Queen takes d1 check. Rook takes d1. Short castle. Bishop c5. Rook e8. Bishop b5. c6. Bishop a4.
I want my
Knight d7.
MTV.
Bishop d6.
That's a very annoying bishop here. Nasty.
Knight b6.
I
Bishop b3.
I want my MTV. I want my MTV.
Knight d5. Short castle. e3. Bishop takes d5.
Oh dear, I did that too quickly. Never mind.
e2. Bishop f3.
If this takes, I have to take.
Takes d1 promotes to queen. Rook takes d1. Bishop d7. Bishop c7. Bishop c8. h3. g6. g4. f5.
Monkey.
g5.
Hey, Henua, how you doing? Welcome to today's stream. Playing a couple of nice slow rapid games against Friedrich. So I'm probably playing it way too fast.
King f7.
Okay.
Bishop e2.
Who am I to disagree? Travel the
Rook
world
e7.
and the seven
Bishop
seas.
d6.
Everybody's looking for something.
Rook d7. f4.
Gooseman 2K2 said, At the well-heeled king looked like one of the wizards from Magica.
B5.
I am afraid I don't even know who that is, so...
B4. Dylan Gindler said, how's the chess coming along?
Oh,
Any
going okay. I'm playing a match against Friedrich at the moment. If you want to play sometime, I'm happy to play you and give you some coaching if you want. Keep your head up. We can do a collab.
A5. C3.
Keep your head up. Oh no!
A takes B4. Henu AA said, give me coaching. Anyone?
I did that too quickly.
Dylan Gindler said, yep, we'll absolutely love to play with
I did that too quickly.
Let me create a Lycus account first, but I'm totally down, maybe tomorrow or after my big trip to BC,
C4.
so next week sometime. I'm so down though. Rook takes A2.
Okay, cool.
King F1. Bishop A6. C5. B3. Bishop D3.
That'll kind of force the exchange, won't it? I think Friedrich's going to win this one. I'm an exchange and 2 pawns down. Not good.
B4.
Friedrich is so good at the game.
Yeah, Friedrich's very good.
Rook takes A6. Rook B1.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get a draw out of this, frankly.
Rook A3. H4. B2. Rook takes B2. Rook F3 check. King G2. Rook takes F4. King H3.
Ah! Mouse slip! I wanted to go here. I may as well resign there.
Bahahaha, gotta love that wretched mouse slip. King G3.
Fucking hate mouse slips.
Rook D4. Rook B3. Rook A3.
White resigned, black is victorious.
Ah, good game, well played. Again, no blunders on either side. That's 2 games in a row. Hey, Friedrich.
I pressed the wrong button there, so I struggled to get into the chat.
Okay,
Yeah,
I mouse slipped at the end there. I mouse slipped, but you had it anyway. But neither of us blundered. Again, 2 games in a row, 0 blunders on either side. 93% accuracy from you, 86 from me. We are playing at a very high level here, Friedrich.
It depends. It depends. I must say your level
With
has
tears of
increased.
joy.
My level has increased.
Nice game, Friedrich.
Here is my profile. My rating at the moment is below.
Great players.
So where I expect to be is between 17 and 1750. So I'm below my level at the moment, right? What you're doing is you're playing at exactly the same level as me. And today we're both playing at maybe higher than our rating. So
Yeah,
you're a 1700 plus.
I'm not that satisfied with my level of play.
How can you not be satisfied with a game with 2 good, brilliant, interesting moves, 5 inaccuracies, 0 mistakes, and 0 blunders, and 90? How can you not be really, really proud of that? You should be proud.
I could have been more
Friedrich
ruthless.
is being humble. Ha ha.
You could have been more ruthless. Look at the way you destroyed me. You worked your way into an advantage. I thought I was doing well up to here. You worked your way into an advantage, and then you brutally destroyed me.
The reason why I say that is that I had a friend who's Stephen Skozana, who crushed people like nobody's business, and he always told me, be more ruthless. When you won one game like that, be more ruthless in the next one. So
I think you were very ruthless in this game. I think.
Okay, shall we go through the game?
Yeah, just a minute. I don't mind losing against you. If you play that well, I didn't play badly. I didn't blunder anything either. So I played well. You just outplayed me.
But there was a couple of moves that I boxed myself in.
Yes.
You were, yeah. I thought I had you nicely boxed in, but you found your way out of that really, really well. You did that really
I'm
well.
not comfortable playing these close. I can play close positions, but I'm not really comfortable playing them. I like the open position more.
Yeah, I like dynamic positions as well because if I'm in a closed position, I quite often get to a state where I don't actually know what to do. I'm like, I don't want to move anything.
Yeah.
Everything's locked down. Everything's bottled up. If I move anything I move is going to weaken my position. So I hate those.
You can
E4.
start.
All right, I've not played this before.
I was quite shocked to see. Usually, when they play like this, when they go for the Russian opening, they usually play e4 first, and then e5, and then knight f3, and then knight f6. So I was quite shocked to see this move order.
Apparently, it's called the Lemberger
E4 gives
Gambit,
the pawn for free here.
but I've
Yes,
never heard of it
I was
before.
quite shocked. I was quite shocked. I was expecting you to play d4 after.
Shall I explain what I'm looking for here? I'm looking for a kind of reverse Stafford Gambit. All right, if you take
Knight
it
takes E4.
and I go here
Knight
and you
C3.
take it again
Knight
and I
takes
take back,
C3.
it's
D
a Stafford
takes
Gambit
C3.
position for white. Right? Black hasn't developed anything. If you
Pawn
get
down asterisk.
a pawn down, but black hasn't got anything developed. White is massively
Oh
ahead
yes,
here.
yes, I can see the initiative here. Yeah.
Let's have a look what the computer probably still says that white's down because it's a pawn down, right? But against a computer, you're down. But against a human, it's very, very hard to play against that.
It's great initiative.
Yeah.
Knight takes E4.
So what did you
E4.
actually do? You
Knight
did
take
take the
knight
knight,
C3.
but you didn't
D5.
accept my second gambit.
Yeah, yeah,
D4.
I remember that.
Game start.
Except the first one, but
Knight
not the
Knight
second one.
C3.
Yeah, that's the rule I
So
live by as well. Accept the first gambit. If somebody gambits the second one, don't take it. Okay, so you
E6.
didn't take it. That's good. I developed my D pawn, thinking, okay, all right, if you're not going to take it, I'll give you a second chance to take it. Right, I'm still giving you a chance to take it here. But the thing is, if you do take it, I take it with my pawn. My bishops
Hair
are ready
just
to
said,
develop.
nice move.
My rook's ready to come in and
Playing
then
the center
castle.
with d5 was good.
Okay, why didn't
D4.
you develop your bishop first here? Your light squared. People kept going on at me that if you move this pawn first before you've developed your light squared bishop, then your light squared bishop's bottled in, and that's actually what happened, right? That move makes your bishop sad.
E6.
I wasn't sure what to play. Maybe I was
D4.
scared that you're going to out pressure on that center of mine. That's maybe why I played e6.
And bishop to
Maybe
f5.
maybe the bringing the bishop out was the best move, but I wasn't sure what to
I
play
would think
here.
of
So
BF5
maybe
first
that's
here,
why I played
but
e6
E6 was
first
fine too.
instead of bringing the bishop out immediately.
Stockfish says knight takes c3 because Stockfish is always going to say swap
No,
off material and
I
double
didn't
my
want to go
pawns,
for knight.
which is not how a human plays, right? So, but knight takes c3,
Yeah.
bishop to f5, retreat the knight to f6, right? Take it out the firing line, or knight to f6. So any of those, really.
Maybe
E6.
Magnus would have played knight c3, but not me.
Okay, Oscar Chess says
After
e6 is fine. I thought it was a disadvantage bottling up your bishop like that, but okay.
Knight takes E4.
Then I took
D
it,
takes
doubled up your
knight
pawns
E5.
to hop my knight into here. I thought it was a nice
Bishop
place for my
D6.
knight. You attack the
Bishop
knight.
E3.
I don't care.
Bishop
You
takes
take
E5.
it. I take it. You
Rook
take
takes
mine.
D1.
I like that. I like that exchange in advance because it got my rook onto the open file.
Yeah. Before you take the queen, I wanted to be, because I knew I was going to take that queen immediately after you take that bishop. Queen goes baba.
But that's what I
Queen
wanted.
takes D. Rook takes D1.
That's exactly what I wanted
Yes.
to get my rook onto that open file.
Short castle.
So you castled, fair enough.
Bishop C5.
Attack the rook. I liked
E8.
this sequence
Bishop
here.
E5.
No,
So the thing is, what I'm trying to do is to get this pawn moved so I can get my bishop in there and get this closed
C6.
position that we then
Knight B6.
ended up with.
Bishop D6.
So I was wanting to get my bishop in here because it's not winning, but it's leading to a very close position, which is going to be tough for you to get out of. And I was amazed how you broke out of this.
Knight
well,
B6.
I
Bishop
wasn't happy with
B3.
this position. I knew that the bishop was bad and I didn't like
Ethel
But when I
Hildking to use the
also
bot
told
while your
myself
chat is
that
in
bishop
followers
is
only
doing
mode.
something there on
You
the
need to
starting
enable
square,
premium in the
it was
settings.
keeping your rook out.
Yeah.
Because that rook would never reach this 7th rank, so it was okay.
So my thoughts in this position were, okay, your pawn here is hanging, is undefended. Your knight is partially restricted. You've got this move here, which I think you did afterwards. I think you did that next, didn't you?
Knight d5.
Yeah. But I was still happy with this, because I can just kick the knight away from there. And it's starting to run out of places to go to. You know, it's starting to get a bit tricky.
Short castle.
But I thought I'd go
E3.
for king safety first. And this was
Knight
my big
d5.
mistake, really, I think, castling here. Because
Short
I
castle.
forgot about this pawn move.
E3.
Completely missed that. Apparently it's not bad.
Short castle.
Yeah.
E3.
Apparently it's still okay for me.
Yeah, I think
Bishop takes d5.
I was
Castle.
surprised that you didn't take the pawn.
E3.
Yeah, but I walk into the
F6
fork
Knight
though,
takes e3.
and that's bad. That's bad. I couldn't take the pawn here, so I had to get the knight off the board first.
E3.
But better would have been apparently rook to d3. Wow,
D3.
yeah, rook to d3. Look at that. Wow. Damn that I missed that. That would have been great. That would have been great. Yeah.
But then I would have
E3.
just taken the pawn.
Rook d3.
Okay, you take the
takes
pawn,
F2 check.
but that's fine.
Rook takes F2.
And I'm getting close to doubling my rooks here. So I would have liked that. It's a pity I missed that. That was
Rook
really,
D3.
I think, my...
Short castle.
I
D3.
thought this was my mistake. And to be honest, I stopped concentrating in...
And the bishop is still stuck. Remember, I still have the bishop there.
That's right, yeah.
You could have pressed me there, but you chose not.
Damn, I didn't realise. I didn't see that move at all. No, okay,
Bishop
good.
takes d5.
So I thought I had to get
E2.
rid of the knight, but I forgot, of course,
Bishop E3.
taking the knight doesn't prevent
Bishop
your
takes
pawn
E2.
pushing again. So I was like, here I didn't concentrate on these moves, and I was not
Bishop
happy with these
F3.
at all. Yeah, if you take the other one with a check,
E takes F1 promotes
Ilias,
to
if you
queen
take
check.
the other one with a check, I would probably take it with the
King takes
king.
F1. King
King
takes
takes
F1.
I mean, you're threatening this sort of thing, though.
When you take a rook, you always take the farthest one, not the closest one. That is one of the endgame rules.
Is it? Okay. Ilias appears to have disagreed with you. Ilias says pawn takes on f1.
Now, when king takes f1, then I don't remove that other rook from the...
Yeah, from the open file. That's right.
Does not. I would try to key HTE knight on the board. That's the only piece that can take the white's bishop on d6.
Okay, we're going way back
Knight
here, though, aren't we? So you would try and keep the knight on the board.
Okay.
So how would you keep the knight on the board?
By rerouting the knight back.
So you would have come
Knight
back to here.
d6, and the trying to attack d6 with my knight.
How do you attack d6 with your knight? How can the knight go somewhere where it can attack d6? Can't go here. Theoretically it could go here, but then I would take and mate effectively.
Knight
So where
d5.
would
Short castle. Bishop b3.
It's a long-term plan.
Okay. All right.
E3.
That's too complicated for my poor simple
Bishop
brain,
D,
I'm afraid.
Bishop c7.
So, but I considered repeating here because I felt we could probably repeat here and get a draw. I also considered a rook moving in here, but I'm like, okay, that's my strongest piece, and if I swap it off, I've got no way of checkmating you anymore. The bishop to apparently bishop to a5 would have been the best move here for some reason, or
it is
h4.
very uncomfortable to play the game having a dark squared bishop on d6 like that.
I wanted to crush you in this game.
Yeah, and you did. I felt I could beat you here because you're so bottled up. I've got all the freedom of movement. You can't really move anything, and then
H3,
you found.
D6,
So basically,
Bishop
here
C8.
I didn't know what to do. I couldn't find. And apparently, bishop to a5 or h4.
Yeah. Maybe you could have pushed for space on the king side a little bit because all this stuff was a little bit weak.
Or rook to d3. Start bringing the rook up.
Yes.
Because your rook can't go in here. This rook can't go in here. The bishop can't move to here, right? So, but I couldn't see where to go. I was like, I was hoping you'd make a mistake. I didn't find. Yeah, I didn't find that.
I saw that. rook e8 move.
I just thought this would take make a bit of
good, and I
space
had
for my
to find
king,
a way.
so that I wouldn't get back ranked at any point.
G6,
Yeah,
Yeah, just do a waiting move. It's not,
G4.
it's
Friedrich
not
won the
bad.
game out of this position.
yeah, yeah. If you look at the graph here, Elias, I'm ahead here. It was a bit up and down. I gradually got the advantage up to here, so I did have the advantage at this position. And from here on, Friedrich just ground me down until I lost. But I made no blunders.
Yeah, Mike didn't blunder in this game.
I didn't blunder. He just wore me down with brilliant moves.
I think you didn't blunder
G4.
the position. I think you made a strategical
F5.
blunder, not a real like a piece blunder
G5.
or
King
blunder a
F7.
pawn.
I felt here I've still got you
things.
completely bottled down, but I'm down to minus 1.4.
Rook
So
bishop
what was I doing
King
wrong here
F7.
then?
Because I think you
H3.
should have pushed on the queen side. Just grab space on the queen side.
But how do you know that? How do you know in this position to grab space on the queen side? What tells me here to grab space on the king side?
The engine sees that they slowly start using the other rook
because
and get the
it's
material
obvious
advantage
here
in
because
action.
Black is inactive on the queen side. He cannot do anything on the queen side. So grab the space on the queen side immediately.
I thought you can't do anything on the king side either. I thought you can't do anything on either side. This rook can't move. This bishop can't move. This rook can't move. The only thing that can really move is your king and your pawns. So how do I decide to go queen side or king side here?
Here I try to imagine if all pieces gets traded, where would I have the bigger chance to create a passed pawn?
And you don't need to move the bishops either because they are controlling the squares very nicely.
Okay, so apparently I've got the top 5 moves on the board now, apparently, and I didn't find any of them.
I think grabbing space on the queen side was the best option here because Black is tied down.
But I don't know. Friedrich, can you explain to me, please, so I understand, right? And I'm a bit slow. You cannot move on either. Your king side is equally tied down. Both sides are tied down. How do I decide here, king side or queen side? And Ilias says he tries to imagine if all pieces get traded, where would I have
the pawns that promote the most RH and O? So push them forward as much as possible.
All right, Ilias. He's saying statistically the pawns that promote the most are H and A, so push them forward. So basically, right. So okay, that explains why Stockfish wants to do A4 or H4.
Yes, A4, H4, grabbing space because black is last. He cannot move here.
Yeah, so I was basically too timid here, and that gave you the chance to start breaking out.
H3, G6.
But also, let me give you my thought on this position.
Yeah.
I thought actually your 2 bishops was quite useless in this position. I viewed them as pawns, not as bishops. Actually, because
and by pushing your forward, you limit the black's pawn ability to go forward.
But they are not attacking anything.
No, they're not attacking it. But I wasn't trying to attack you, actually. I was trying to bottle you up. So my aim in this game was to bottle you up and wait until you make a mistake, and you didn't make a mistake. So my strategy failed, but I was not trying to attack you here.
Yes. Okay, so I played G6 here, just opening up for the king. If something does, I can escape.
Oh, I could have done bishop to D8 here. Oh, bishop D8 would have been very nice here.
Yeah, bishop D8 would have been a nice move because it stops everything.
It stops everything, and if my bishop gets into F6, your king is permanently locked in.
Like BD8 to F6.
Yeah, bishop to D8 to F6.
The question becomes, I'm not scared of that bishop. Because, how are you going to attack my king?
It can't, but it can make sure that your king is vulnerable to a checkmate if my rook ever gets onto D8, and D8 is defended.
Yes.
Right. So let's say you do some random move here. You can't do this. You could do this. What would you move here, Friedrich? What would you do? Should I flip the board? I flipped it.
Maybe king to F8 here.
King F8.
If the bishop moves.
Bishop F6.
Yes. Then, so I can't play bishop D7.
Nope.
So now, most probably, I would have played rook B8.
Rook B8.
making a
Oscar
waiting move
Chess
since
said,
that
it
bishop
is
no
not
longer
about
guards
attacking
that
here, but
diagonal.
controlling the squares so black
Just
can't
wait
break his
calmly.
rooks
Rook
out
B,
and be better.
H
Rooks need
B8.
open files.
All right, computer says keep pushing the H pawn.
Push that pawn.
H4.
It should have already been on there. All right, I know now in that sort of lockdown situation, my pawn should have already been there because that would have been pushing it. If it was already on H4, pushing it to H5 would have been very nice.
So now I would have pushed H5 myself immediately.
H5. G4.
Now, here comes an interesting move. I would take on G.
Okay,
H
I
takes
take back.
G4. Bishop takes G4.
Wanting to free up that bishop of mine because it's stuck.
Okay,
So
maybe I
H
shouldn't
G4.
take. I don't know whether I should take. Just a minute.
H takes G4.
Yeah, I should
Bishop
take.
takes G4.
I would have played B6 immediately.
B6.
So now the bishop is out.
H5.
So now all I've got to do now is get my rook into
Who's training
H1.
Friedrich?
I get my rook across. If I go rook D4, rook H4,
Yes.
that would have been because then the rook is the whole time on dark squares, so it's not. And even if you put a rook onto D, it doesn't bother me. My rook can still flip over.
Yes, your rook can still flip over.
Mm. Okay, let's go back to where we were actually playing. Ilias is crowned Grandmaster Ilias today. Okay, but from here, really, I mean, I know. Whoa! Ilias has cheered 100 bits. I thought you'd used up all your bits, Ilias. Okay, basically here I've lost now.
A5.
So it was this sequence of moves here.
F5. G5. King F7.
No, I think you just missed the fork there.
Rook
I think
D7.
the fork was the big.
F4.
No, but after the fork, I was still okay.
Bishop G5.
If I'd played properly after the fork, I was still okay. It's still here. It's still 0-0-0. It's still drawn position.
Yes.
King F7.
And you've just played much better coming out here. I didn't.
Bishop Rook D F4.
I mean, good. You got me into an end game where I didn't know what to do really.
C4.
That's your weakness. I mean, I know what your weakness, and that's end games. Always when I play against you, I play for end games.
Yeah, and always when I play against you, I try to destroy you before we get to the end game. And if that doesn't work, I thought today I didn't try to do that. Today I think because you didn't fall for my dodgy gambits at the beginning, so I was just trying to lock you down so that the end game would be as hard as possible for you. But you clearly you just outplayed me here.